Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Lightcast. I'm Jay, otherwise known as Jed _ over on Twitch. I hope you're having an amazing day today, wherever you are. Alan, where could they be today? Let's think properly, because it's summer now, so they could be on a beach. Where else could they be?
It could be abroad.
They could be abroad.
Hey,
I'm very jealous.
I want to go to Ibiza.
You know my sister? My sister's got Yeah, Ibiza's the first stop. Lightcast boiler room. Is that what they call this?
The boiler room? What?
I swear I saw someone do it the other day on Instagram. A boiler room. What's a boiler room?
Boiler room is like where you keep all your heat and stuff.
Oh. Maybe I was looking at some kind of weird sponsorship.
What
Anyway,
boiler room are you thinking of?
I feel like I'm in a bloody boiler room at the minute. I'm actually sweating so badly. Like, not to give too much detail, but it's like it's all going on.
I'm sweating
Right
in
now.
places I didn't know.
Yeah,
I was
no,
sweating
yeah,
right now.
absolutely. It's no longer lights. It's
My
heavy.
arms are wetty. No.
I don't know. Wetty. Sorry, that's not even okay. we're not even gonna
Wetty?
go- That's not even a word. It's been hot like for the last like 3 days, and it's just been awful. It started raining a minute ago, and it like teased me. It was raining for like 10 seconds. It did this last night as well. It's like God is looking down at me and being like, "Fuck you," because honestly, it rained and then it stopped, and then it did this again, like at the same time today. It was really weird.
Did you hear this morning? I was up at 6 o'clock, right?
Mm.
We had a clap of thunder, one strike of lightning, and that was it.
How weird, because I had the exact same thing. I think we're in the end days, Alan, because something weird's going on. It's
Mate.
way too hot, and then that weird. It's like there was like maybe 2 or 3 claps of thunder, and like a heavy bit of rain for like 20 seconds, and it just stopped. But yeah, I don't understand. So if you're listening in the heat right now, I do apologize. Unless you like the heat, I'm not like a big fan. I like
Tell us
the
where
sun.
you're sweating from. Actually, no, let's not.
No, Alan, we're not going to get into that. I am going to get started. What was I even saying? I hope you're doing good. Yeah, it's just been way too hot, and we are bringing you a lovely show today. It's been the last couple of weeks. We have so much to tell you. I have a new segment to bring you. We're going to be doing some very popular debates between me and Alan, and I know Alan wants to start us off with a very Gnome story, don't you, Alan? I'm going to just give it to you now because I really want to hear.
What do you mean?
I want to know about this story. Carry on.
So we was at work today, right? It was 9 o'clock. We got on our breaks at 9 o'clock, right? In the morning, we have 3 breaks. And our works manager turned around to me and was like, "I think our managing director's got to pay for the sandwiches." Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we made the flower bed at work, right?
Yeah.
To spice the place up a little bit because it looked really run down.
Yeah.
And one of the lads brought in a gnome.
Right.
And our director got really confused, right, where it had come from. And the last couple of weeks, I've been moving the gnome around the garden bit, right?
Yeah.
Flipping it upside down. So we've really been like flipping it upside down on his head.
What? Why would you do that to a poor gnome?
Just to mess with our gaffer.
Oh, that's very interesting. When you sent me this picture in the Discord of like, of this like gnome, I genuinely thought that you were abusing a gnome, and a lot of people got offended.
I know, a lot of people. No, we wasn't actually abusing it.
What did you say with the message? It was like, I'm murdering it. It was something about a gnome, and I was very confused when I woke up this morning.
So, the moral of the story is we kidnapped a gnome.
Okay, that is very interesting.
We wrote a ransom letter. We wrote a ransom letter, and the note read, "You will buy our sandwiches, otherwise the gnome gets it." And that was just going to be it, right? But it's escalated from there now.
Oh, it's going up. So this is an ongoing story.
Oh, yeah.
So
Um,
will we have a gnome update in the next episode?
you can have one right now because
Oh, we've got a live update
live.
on the gnome. This episode's going to be about 12 hours long because we're going to have live updates on Alan's gnome.
So a second gnome has been brought.
Oh my, it's duplicating.
An email address has been made.
For the gnome.
Yeah, it's called gnomenapping.com.
That is commitment.
That is commitment.
No one
Tomorrow.
emailed them, but I actually gnome. What was it? Gnome napping.
Yeah, gnome napping. Do you like the name? I think that was really
That's
sick.
great. Your workplace sounds absolutely lovely, Alan.
Oh mate, it's funny.
My workplace. Oh my god. Should I tell you some hot gossip in my workplace?
Should I finish with a gnome?
Oh, you want to finish with the name?
Yeah. So
Oh, this
basically,
goes on.
oh, it goes on. We're going to produce a video tomorrow of me smashing this second gnome we brought. And
Oh
we're
my
going to send
God.
it straight to his email, the work's email address.
Oh my
And be like,
god.
means you didn't pay for the sandwiches. This is what your gnome got.
So a gnome is being killed tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
And then I'm going to hang the other one off the rafters.
So, but there might not be any more gnome updates because they're being smashed to pieces.
They're being killed one by one.
Okay. So if you do have any gnomes in your garden at home and listening to
Hide
this
your
day,
gnome.
hide. That's going to be the title of this episode. Hide your gnomes. Alan is out for them. Anyway, your workplace just sounds so fun. And my workplace last weekend was utter hell, honestly. I have been because it's summer, I've been on and off of work on holiday and going to Italy and stuff. I haven't seen the store manager in a while of lovely Sainsbury's. And last week, or mainly Sunday, he was off his head. Like, honestly, when I came in at 9 a.m. and I saw him down the other side of the shop, I was like, this is going to be a bad day. And yes, it was, Alan. It was terrible.
Oh, yeah.
I tried to stick to myself. He basically, when I got, I'm going to say this now. I got in the morning about 9:10, started my job, and he just pushed me onto so many other things. And I was like, okay, I'll do that. He never says thank you. And I was a bit like, okay, never doing anything for you again. I then go, so at Sainsbury's, I am a code checker, so I check all the dates of things and reduce stuff. Anyway, he was just out for everybody. I have quite an older friend on the produce section of Sainsbury's, where all the fruit and veggies, and he was just out for her head. He was calling her useless, crap, terrible, like taking over her job. This woman is 65 years old, bear in mind. He was out for them. Maria was on the tills. He was like shouting at Maria. This other person's like 55, and it's just it was honestly the worst day. Like, he was in such a bad mood. And the funny thing is, he knew that he pissed everyone off, because by the end of the day, he came up to me and was like, "Oh, thank you for earlier," or "Oh, I appreciate you." It's like, don't even act like that. He's an utter arsehole, I gotta admit.
You hate when people at work, right, shout their heads off at you, start being really funny with you, and then a minute later are licking your arsehole.
Yeah, literally.
Mind the French. Sorry, pardon the French.
I don't understand, like, where it comes from. Like, why are you taking work so seriously? Even if you are the store manager, we're not like chess pieces in your game. We are actual people, and like him shouting at people, like he made this person cry, like this 65-year-old woman who I'm quite close with at work, and I looked at him up and down and was like, I just don't want to do anything for you ever again. Like, just generally. No other manager's like that. It's just a horrible person. So I'm glad your Nomi works fine, because yeah, it was just not very nice, my work last week. But I'm working this weekend, but I am off to see Adele next weekend, so I could not be happier with my life, really. I'm going all the way to Germany to see Adele, and I cannot wait. But yes, I am going to tell you now a lovely story about what's been happening with me the last week. Pretty much, I've had a really bad day. If you didn't know and you're new to the podcast, I have been doing up my house recently, and basically I've been doing up my room as well. There was a whole dilemma. We were actually moving house, me and my family, and it turns out we're not anymore, which obviously led to a lot of different issues because the buyer literally dropped out at the last second, and it wasn't great. But we are moving on, and this is the perfect excuse to do up my bedroom and do up our whole house. We're kind of using it to our advantage. Anyway, with my lovely room, I decided to paint it green, which was obviously a very strange decision for my stream. It was so funny. I was on stream a couple weeks ago of when I painted my wall, and a lot of people used to join my TikTok stream. If you ever watched my streams before, you would notice I have a yellow wall in my background. A lot of people are like, "Where's the yellow wall man gone?" I don't know how I suddenly became known as the Yellow Wall Man, but here we go. And it was like a really strong scent of yellow, though. It was like a big mustard yellow. I don't I don't know what was going through my brain when I chose that, but it wasn't. I don't know. I did like it. Like it wasn't the most horrible yellow. It was like a nice yellow. It wasn't like this disgusting, like off-putting yellow. But it was kind of obvious on stream because it's the only wall you could see. Which it kind of made the streams brighter and stuff. But now I've changed it to this lovely like light green, which is really nice, and it's a bit more. I wouldn't say it's like more modern, but it's just a bit nicer. It
It
just
does
made
look
me
nice, to be fair.
it just made me laugh because I don't know if you've been in my stream, Alan, and people laugh, not like laugh, but like they go, "Oh, it's the yellow wall man." And people came on my stream 2 weeks ago and they were like, "Where's the yellow wall gone?" I actually felt like I stabbed them in the back. Anyway,
Wow.
this is
Wow.
sorry, yeah. You're smashing gnomes and I'm getting rid of yellows, so
You know
we're
what though?
what?
I don't know why, but lately I absolutely love doing DIY stuff, man.
Mama Light is gonna love you right now because she's all over DIY at the minute. I mean, you were always telling me about your DIY, but Mum's got like she bought herself a pink screwdriver. She's been putting up shelves in my room.
Go on, girl, get it.
She's all over it, absolutely. Um, Speaking of shelves, though, Alan, this is the story I wanted to tell you.
Oh God.
So for the last like 5 years, I've had a shelf above my headboards where my bed is, and it's never been an issue. I've had loads of stuff on there, and recently, like I said, I've been doing a lot of work in my room, putting up new shelves, and for some reason, I think at 2 a.m., the screw on one of my
I don't know where this is
shelves
going.
came undone, and suddenly, at 2 a.m., while I was dreaming, I was hit by Funko Pop's Harry Potter and a Lana Del Rey vinyl, and I genuinely thought I was dreaming, and I've never had this feeling where the shelf sloped, so half the shelf came off, half the shelf stayed on, and all the stuff just sloped off of it onto my head, and
Slip and slide.
it was like 2 a.m. and I was just I was throwing fists. I was like, "Who's attacking me? Where's Pennywise? Where's all the people at the end of my bed?" No, it was just I don't know. Maybe it was a blessing that Lana Del Rey fell on my face. I don't know.
I was gonna say some
No,
of
I
them,
was
but
gonna,
I
yeah,
really quickly stopped
yeah. I know
myself.
you. I'd like to say. I hope Alan wishes for the same thing tonight. Absolutely. But yeah, I mean, a lot of Lego fell on my head, and there I was rebuilding Lego at 2 a.m. And I just found it in my bed. I'm still finding it in my bed still. It's just not very fun. So yeah, that's what comes with DIY. Of good news though, Alan, do you know what started this weekend? Tell me what started.
But I don't
Use your
even know.
brain. The
My
Olympics,
brain.
Alan.
Oh yeah.
The Olympics started last Friday. Did
Why
you
would you
watch the?
ask? Hold on. Why would you ask a fat guy about some sports?
She might
What?
be into it. The
I ain't
Olympics
into
is
sports.
the
I'm
Olympics
fat.
is for all ages, all sizes, all shapes,
I get
and
out of breath just watching it.
anyway, did you watch the opening ceremony?
No.
Oh, I this year I was like, I'm going for it. I 6:30 had the TV on. Boom, the boats are coming down the River Seine in Paris. I'm loving it. Lady Gaga for some reasons there, absolutely love it. Celine Dion, and then all of a sudden I'm fast asleep and I missed 2 hours of it. It was quite boring. I mean, Lady Gaga came on. Obviously, that was great. You can't go wrong with
When
Lady
was the
Gaga
opening ceremony?
on Friday, but I didn't realize how long it was. For 4 hours, it was. I woke up and there was like these pirates on screen. It was so weird. They were like going. There was like this. I don't know. They were being chased. There was like this Assassin's Creed man on the roofs of Paris. There was like
Oh.
these. It was It was so strange. Like there was generally. It looked like an Assassin's Creed movie. I don't know what was going on. But yeah, the Olympics started. Do you have a favourite sport in the Olympics, Alan? If you do ever want to watch it, I know you said you don't.
I'm fat.
Okay, well, that doesn't that for all our listeners out there, you can still take part. I'm sure, probably.
No, to be fair, I like the swimming.
Do like watching the swimming. I like watching like
I
the
like
new ones as
swimming
well, like
full stop.
like the climbing and like the. I like a bit of the boxing as well, like in the Olympics. I don't know.
See, I like boxing as well, to be fair.
Yeah, I don't know. Suddenly, when I'm watching like boxing or football, this new being comes out of me, and I'm not really sure why I get so into it. But yeah.
Why you gotta be so
Oh, rude.
rude?
Have you seen the new Deadpool movie yet? Deadpool 3?
No, don't spoil
I'm not going to
anything.
spoil anything, but it
Don't
was
spoil
really good.
it.
Me and Mum, when I watched it on the opening day, we absolutely loved it. You got to go watch it, guys. If you have watched it, let me know what you thought, because generally, Marvel is back. Marvel is absolutely back, guys. And I mean, hopefully. Did you also see that they cast Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom? So Robert
I
Downey Jr.
did.
is now back in the MCU. So if you're not a Marvel fan, guys, Robert Downey Jr. Robert Downey Jr. used to play Iron Man, and he played it for a long, long time. Like he basically carried Marvel for a long time. He got paid a lot though. Like I remember when I was younger, I used to see like his pay salary, and he got paid like 50 million just to be in Captain America: Civil War, and it was just crazy. And he's back as a villain, and a lot of people. What do you think about that, Alan? Do you think it's a good thing, or do you think it's a bad thing?
I think it's a good thing.
There was very mixed reviews, wasn't there, online? I don't know if you saw.
I did, yeah.
Because I mean, personally, I see one hand, he's a great actor. You know, he everyone knows him. It's going to bring people out. It's actually a very good move from Kevin Feige, the leader of Marvel, to be like, okay, Marvel isn't doing so great with these last couple movies. Let's bring back someone that's an icon that people love, that people will go and see. So people that are like my dad or like people in my family would be like, Iron Man or Robert Downey Jr. is back in that film. I'm going to go watch that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and he's a great actor. He went and did Oppenheimer and won an Oscar for it. Like, and he wasn't even the main role. So he is going to play Doctor Doom in such a different way to Iron Man, and they could do this whole story where he's like a different version of Iron Man. Like, I don't know. And obviously, if I do media and film. I have done media and film in the past. I don't know if you know the directors of the Avengers movies. Do you know the Russo brothers?
No.
So
I don't.
they made Avengers Infinity War, Avengers Endgame, and Captain America Winter Soldier, and I think Civil War as well. And they are, I mean, them films are great, aren't they? The Avengers Endgame, like Jesus Christ. I mean, how they ever did them. So they've brought them back to do these films. So it's basically like we're just back in the prime of Marvel. I'm all over it. I mean, I've kind of had a bit of Marvel fatigue recently, but I'm kind of liking it again now. So yeah, I'm all nerdy about that shit, you know. But I'm excited. I think films are great. So go out to the cinema. I'm going to the cinema again tomorrow. So absolutely, I'm all over the cinema.
You know
Do
what
like
I'm doing tomorrow?
What are you doing? Getting
I'm going
pissed?
to the pub.
Yeah, about to say they're getting bloody pissed.
No, I'm going to
you?
finish this pergola.
What's that?
It's basically a smoking shelter.
Oh yeah, you sent me that. What is the hell? Why are you building a smoking shelter?
At the pub?
Oh, you're building at the pub. I thought you were building that in your house, mate.
No, I was building it at the pub.
Oh, no wonder you're
The
all
pub
busy.
we drink at, they asked us if we'd do a job on the side for them, and we did.
What are you getting out of it? Free beers?
Mate, free bar, £100
Okay.
cash.
Jesus Christ!
Right.
I was in Witherspoons today at 1:30. Are you proud of me?
I am.
Yeah.
Teach me young.
Teaching. I was a bit like Henry was like, "Do you want?" Henry was at me said to me, "Maria, do you want to go to Spoons?" And I was like, "Alcohol at 1 o'clock." And he was like, "If you are, I am." And I was like, "Absolutely." So there I was, and then I got a lovely Subway, which I haven't had in about years. Very strange people work in Subways. I've noticed. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bit like Kex in it. People who work there.
What, CEX? You mean?
Yeah.
Oh God, CEX. The workers there. Jesus Christ. They're either really nerdy goths or just imbeciles.
Push their monsters and they'll kill
Sorry,
you.
we can't take it for that price actually because it's got a little scratch on it. I've had it for 5 years. It's also gonna have a scratch in it, Michael. Bloody shit. Honestly, it's such an arsehole to work in CEX. If you don't know what CEX is if you're not in the UK, it's like a place where you go and sell like any game you want, consoles, phones.
Suppose it's like GameStop for
It's
the
like
people in
getting,
the US.
yeah, it's just, you can, I used to go in there quite a lot. It's like secondhand games. You can go sell your games for like in-store credit or money. And the people in there sometimes, the one in my local area, they can either be really nice or absolute assholes. Like, I remember I went to sell one of my Switches there to get my new Switch, put money towards it because I don't need two bloody Switches. And they were like, there's a little controller drift. He was like, show me how to do it. I was like, that's not even drift. Like, you're just moving it weirdly. And he was like, oh yes, sorry, but there is a little scratch on the screen, so I'm having to take £40 off.
40 quid!
I've had it for 5 years, mate. People are coming here to buy second-hand consoles. I mean,
Bruh.
Jesus. I mean, so when I got my new Switch, I put a green cover on it. I was like, I'm not having any of that again.
Yeah, no, too much money to lose, isn't it?
Anyway, this is making me really angry, and I'm already sweating my shit off. So,
Mate, I've had to open the window.
I've got a fan on. I'm lucky to have two windows in my room, so I've got them both open. I don't know if it's making it better.
I turned my fan off because I don't know if my mic was picking it up.
Yeah, that's the problem with fans. Like when I was streaming as well, my fan's just further away that it's not picking it up. But like,
Do that.
yeah, but like I remember
Just put it over
when,
the other side of the room.
yeah, I remember when last summer we were doing an episode of Maria, and Maria was like, her fan was so loud. Me and Henry were like, you're gonna have to turn
Is
your
that
fan
picking it
off.
up?
Let's hear it. No, you're all good. You're all good. This is
That
where I'm
is
gonna
on
get
the low
complaint.
setting, though.
He's all.
Is that picking it up?
No, you're all good.
Oh my god.
He's all over it. He's all over it. Obviously, on the Lightcast, we provide the best quality for our listeners. Absolutely.
I'm right. You should see the sweat dripping off me. It's like a paddling pool over here.
I don't know how people are going to get uncomfortable with the amount of sweat we're talking about this episode. The Sweatcast brought to you by Sweaty Light and Alan.
Fat Alan.
Just
Not Fat Amy, Fat
I
Alan.
can't even do the Olympics, little shit.
Should we get into the actual episode?
Yeah, we should. I want to bring in a new segment into the podcast.
Sorry.
For everyone.
I was just doing sound effects.
See, look, this is great because I don't need to edit the episode now because I have Alan. He can just do all these sound effects.
You know what I want to get right? And
Yeah.
this is going to really up our game. I want to get a soundboard.
This is what I was thinking because I was like, they're just so expensive.
I'll tell you what, I'll buy it.
Oh, here he is. He's investing.
I'm invested.
He's got the money. He's building a weird smoking shed. He's got 100 quid. He loves it. He's smashing gnomes. You're just you're living life right now.
Smashing gnomes, you know.
That sounds a bit weird, but you know. It is meant to be a PG podcast, but the amount of times we talk about sweat, shits, and sweats is just absolutely.
It's gone out the window.
Speaking about the podcast, sorry, this is a funny story. Recently at my house, my dad bought a tiki house, like a little tiki house that goes outside in the garden, which is a now new addition to my house because we're just doing up my house. Anyway, I go in there last night. My dad's like laying on it, and he's got like, I don't know. We were all drinking. I went and joined him, and do you know who he was listening to, Alan? Do you know what he was listening to?
The podcast.
He was sitting there listening to the podcast, laughing at everything you said.
Oh mate, your family must love me.
I don't know. Every time you open your mouth, they just seem to laugh. I don't know.
It's because I talk utter crap.
It's because we both thought we should just call this the crap cast, to be honest, because we just talk utter shit. I mean,
the shit cast.
Basically, every episode is just me and Alan catching up on our last 2 weeks. To be honest,
right, pretty much.
You're just getting invested. But anyway, I was talking about my new segment, Alan, until you rudely interrupt me.
Sorry.
So I was talking to this about Alan, and I was like, we need to bring some new segments into the podcast, absolutely. And I thought, why don't we talk about a bit of pop culture, Alan? And I had to explain to the old fellow in the corner what pop culture is.
Henry?
And it's no, not Henry. You. It's basically like
rude.
It's basically like TikTok gossip, Alan. And I'm all over the TikTok gossip, and I need to know your opinions on this. Okay.
What's that?
Today's gossip is about Katy Perry, Alan. Do you know any Katy Perry songs?
I do.
'Cause you're hot and you're yes.
Told you yes, and you know you're in and you're out.
Absolutely, there you go.
You're up and you're down. You're
Can you,
wrong
could
and
you,
you're right.
could you name 5 Katy Perry songs? Try and name 5. Here he is.
Fireworks.
Yeah.
Plastic bag. What's that one?
Plastic bag.
Like a
She's not singing
plastic
about
bag.
pollution. That's fireworks.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah. She's not singing about pollution, is she?
I
God.
don't actually know. I didn't know fireworks.
Hot colds.
What's the one with the tiger?
Raw.
Eye of the tiger. Yeah, that one.
Eye of the tiger.
You got the eye of the tiger, the fire.
There you go. What about I Kissed a Girl?
Oh yeah, I have. Yeah. Did
What
you
about California Girls?
like it?
Do you know that one?
Unforgettable Daisy to spaghetti.
What about Last
what's the one?
Friday night?
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah,
What's the one where she talks about sweets?
Swish, 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 bish. Another one in the casket. It's one about sweets.
Yeah, I'm sure she does one like.
Oh God, what is that one? I don't
Katy
know.
Perry video.
Anyway, but she's been a bad girl. She's done some bad
What's
things.
she done now?
She is I'm joking. Anyway, so Katy Perry has been off music for the last couple years, and she has come back with a brand new single, Alan. And the new single is called "Woman's World." Absolutely. But there's one problem with this song, and do you want me to tell you the problem with this song, Alan?
Go on, you tell me.
The producer is a sex offender, so
For fuck's sake.
so she's made a song called Woman's World with a person that has extreme allegations called Dr. Luke against him of other musicians like Kesha. You've probably heard of Kesha. Have you heard of Kesha?
Yeah.
Tick tock on the block. Yeah. Anyway, so she's made allegations against him. So basically, Katy Perry has tried to come out with a single about women's power with someone that doesn't respect women as one of the main producers on the song. So obviously this is a big thing in pop culture because a lot of people are saying, well, the song's good, you know, it's done quite well on the charts. It's not number 1, but you know, it's top 3 in the UK, I think, at the moment. She's come back with a good, you know, it's quite 2010s pop. But the thing that pop culture is saying is, well, she's made a song about, she must have known about this people's allegations and she still decides to work with him. But Alan, there is an argument against this.
Oh, God.
The argument is that he's worked with some of the biggest artists in the world, like Rihanna, Miley Cyrus. So are they all to blame? Or is she just part of a contract and is just forced to work with someone that has allegations against them? What do you think, Alan, about this, about pop culture? And what should Katy Perry do about this?
I think she should. She should. She should
just piss off.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think she should. Oh my God. Fucking hell.
He will speak.
They should sack him.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think? But she has kind of tried to come out with a second single in this era. It's coming out, I think, next week. But she's still working with this person. I think she's now made an entire album with his work on it as well. So does she scrap her entire album, or does she just carry on? Because the noise isn't too loud, Alan. It's not too loud, you know.
Yeah.
So do you think she just goes, well, it's only a producer and I'm part of a contract, I have to work with him, and just say I don't agree with it and carry on?
Maybe she should write a statement.
Yeah, exactly. She doesn't address it, but she
needs to address it.
She would have addressed. She would have seen it. If you go into take Katy Perry's comments, all our listeners should go check, and there'll be a comment about Dr. Luke. So my opinion is, Casey, address it, love. Get on it. Address it.
Like a
just say, get on it, and it's hot and cold. Yeah, get him over. Try get him out.
Yes and you're no.
But the songs are good though, so maybe, I mean, it's a bit different. If the artist had these allegations, I would be like, don't listen to them. But because it's someone that's worked on the music and it's very behind the scenes, and I think she's kind of been forced to work with him, maybe in a contract.
I think it's a contract, yeah.
It must be a contract, so I guess we'll learn more about it in developments. But that is Jay's pop culture story. for the week about Katy Perry, absolutely. And I'll bring you more pop culture in the next episode, absolutely. Anyways,
When's the
Alan,
next episode?
probably next year. I'm joking. We're very regular now.
2 weeks time,
In
guys.
2 weeks' time. Absolutely. But yes, we are now getting into something that is brand new for this podcast, and
God.
it is we're going to be debating, Alan. We might not be
God.
friends by the end of these debates because, the would you rather questions, they're fun and all, but we need to debate some hot topics.
I sometimes test our friendship.
In front of me, I've got 121 of the most popular debate topics. Okay.
Oh God.
By myspeechlessclass.com/funny debates topics HTML. There you go. Very original. And yes.
It was the HTML bit from this.
Yeah. Just in case someone wants to go play this with their friends. Absolutely. And Alan has very wrong opinions, so
Excuse me.
Moving on. Alan, I need a theme tune if you're going to do sound effects for today. Can we get a theme tune?
It's the final countdown.
Okay, that's perfect. Starting with 11, question number 11, because I'm going to get started in the bottom of it. Would you rather be deaf or blind? And I'm going to answer first. After that theme tune, I'd rather be deaf.
Fuck you. Have you listened to your music?
Whoa! Here he is.
No,
Alan does like my music, by the way, guys.
Yeah,
please stream my music. Alan does, please.
I was only joking.
Thank you. I've paid you to say that.
I know.
Would you rather be deaf or blind, Alan? That's the question.
I would rather be deaf, so I could block out some people.
Okay. I think I would rather be deaf as well because I just couldn't face not seeing anything.
Yeah, I'd rather see stuff like, you know what I mean?
I have the subtitles on Netflix anyway, absolutely. So.
What did you say?
I have the subtitles on Netflix anyway.
You didn't get that, did you?
What are you chatting about?
We both said we'd rather be deaf, and then I said, "What did you say?"
Oh, great.
That one we run over.
This is quite a serious question actually, but I'm kind of interested in hearing your side of this debate. Is social media making us more connected, or just making it easier for people to talk like shit about each other, like just to stalk everyone and making people try to live?
That's all I'll do.
Exactly. So, do you think social media is better for people, or has made connection actually worse?
The generation that we live in,
yeah.
Well, I'm getting old school on us here. I think is completely fucked. Pardon the French.
You speak about my generation as well, or our whole generation here?
Our whole generation. I'll be honest.
I just think that, I am prone to this as well. When the first thing I do wake up in the morning, I look at TikTok.
Yeah.
I go on Instagram without even knowing I'm on Instagram, really. Like, I don't think about it. And, everyone posts on Instagram to try show things off or look better, or, a lot of people that I used to be friends with, I see them post things just to, like, flex stuff, or, like, their life's so controlled by social media that it's changing the way they dress, the way they look, the way they act, the people they're friends with, and they have to post. They go outside in a nice outfit just so they look good for their Instagram.
Yeah,
and they, I was even speaking to I'm sure my sister won't mind me saying this, but she was in IB for last week and she was laughing about it because she was like, I've had to put filters over so I look more tan so people don't make fun of me. Like, do you know what I mean? Like next to other people. So it's just like.
Nowadays, with like pictures and stuff, it's so easy to judge people, but it shouldn't be like that.
Absolutely, and I do also like just carrying on as that. It's like the main question is, has it made more connected? Yes, because obviously we wouldn't be able to talk.
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't have met you. I wouldn't have met you.
We met some great friends.
Social media is really powerful. Oh, absolutely, and it's amazing. And especially like times during COVID, it was helpful and entertaining. But I think it doesn't need to control you. I think you can take a step back from social media and be like, I'm not saying delete social media, but I'm saying just think about what you're doing, and and also if you're worried about like using social media loads, don't worry. Like just use it. Like everyone else is using it. Don't feel like you're
just do you, boo.
Just do you, as long as it's not like properly damaging your mental health, like scroll through TikTok while you're on the toilet. Scroll through TikTok when you wake up in the morning. Absolutely. You want to see them dance mum edits and all. Absolutely. So yeah. I do think that people shouldn't worry too much about social media. Are you ready for the next question, Alan?
Of course I am.
This is like a really popular one. It might be a quick one. What, who came first? Which came first, the chicken or the egg?
I am sick of this debate.
I know you would be. It's very you.
Well, the chicken, I would say.
But then, where'd the chicken come from, Ellen?
Well, out of his mom, which is a chicken. So
It's just,
when
I
two
think it's.
chickens love each other, Jay. No, I'm joking.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is not sexual education, Alan. Absolutely disgusting. I can't get my head around it. I think it's just a full circle thing because you'd be like, where did the egg come from? Where did the chicken come from? Where did the egg? And you're just like, shut the hell up, okay? Shut about the chicken or the egg. The chicken or the
You
egg.
know
I
what?
don't care. Eat them both. Oh, sorry.
You know
Sorry.
what?
Yeah, what?
It's pretty safe to say that Google's lying.
What do
Don't
you mean?
Google it. It
What
says
do
it's
you,
pretty safe to say the egg came first because if there'd been no egg, there had been no chickens. Chickens are birds, and we know that birds evolved from reptiles, so we can say that the first bird hatched from an egg that was laid by a
oh,
reptile.
bloody
Just a
Charles
load of
Darwin evolution gravity shit. Who fucking cares? Doesn't really matter, does it? Doesn't really matter, guys. We're all gonna die anyway. Oh, sorry, that's a bit depressing.
Fucking hell.
Um, or is DC better than Marvel, Alan? Is Superman better than Iron Man? Is
No,
Batman better than Captain America?
I think DC is better.
You think why do you think DC's better?
I don't know. See, I prefer like Batman.
See, I like them both personally because I watch DC for like a more serious film.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Like the Batman's, oh my god, the Suicide Squad's incredible. But DC have missed, and if DC had a universe like Marvel do, like Disney have made, like in the
yeah.
last couple, they would just own it. So, for all my little geeks out there, and I don't know if you know this, Alan, but Aquaman 2 is the last film in the DC kind of
Didn't know
era
that.
of like stuff.
Never
So,
watched it.
so yeah, it's shit. Don't watch it. Anyway, that's the last film in it. And do you know who James Gunn is?
Oh, mate, who do you think I am?
All right, well, I'm just giving you some knowledge. So James Gunn directed the Guardians of the Galaxy films
Yeah.
and Suicide Squad 2. So he's a great director, and he's basically been given charge of the whole of the DC universe. So he's going to basically make a brand new universe and basically do what Marvel are doing. So in 10 years' time, it's going to be very interesting.
A whole new
World.
world.
Speaking of disliking, should a Facebook add a dislike button?
Oh, mate. I'd be
Should-
banned.
I swear it does have a dislike button, or like when you hold down the light, you can do like an angry face.
Yeah, you can do an angry face.
Have you ever done an angry? Have you ever done an
I
angry
have.
face? What have you done an angry face on? Do you know?
Wouldn't you like to know? No. No.
The
my mum
Olympics.
posted- Yeah. Weight Watchers. Dislike.
Your mum posted a picture.
Yeah, and I don't like it, so I dislike. I was angry.
Yeah, I'd do the same. When my dad posts a bad picture of me on Facebook, I just run out to him and go, delete it now.
Yeah,
Get
I just
rid of
steal
it.
the phone. Oi,
Wait,
give me a phone.
I'm just gonna. I know we talk about like mental health and stuff, but I do music, so I'm kind of in the like small music industry places on Instagram, and someone recently made an account of like rating people's music. So they basically what they do on Instagram is small artists send their music and they rate it, and someone got a really low score. They got like a 3. And I will admit, it's not a great song. They're obviously a very young person, and they were just singing, have fun, and they put a song out. And the people in the comments, other small artists that I've, seen their stories and follow them, they just showed their true colors. They were so nasty. They were like, womp womp, like, this is terrible, like, it sounds so bad, like,
Me when you leave the person, I'm joking.
And they were just like, ooh, and a couple of people commented like the same thing as me, and I just kind of said, as small artists, you should always be sticking together. Like, people,
Hard
people
to
make
grow.
music, and it takes a long time. Like, imagine so, and I replied to someone and basically said, do you also make music? And they replied saying, yeah. And then I put, how would you feel if someone said the same thing about your music? The people probably don't like your music. I bet your music might sound the same as what some people are hearing here. So, do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they never replied to me because obviously I was correct, but it just sucks. It's really just nasty work. Some people,
I
um,
am.
s- yeah, especially Alan. It's just a
Yeah,
disaster
mate.
with
I'm an
Alan.
absolute tosspot.
You're a unit, Alan. Don't let it get to your head, okay? You are a unit in Greg's. Anyway,
What?
absolutely, I'm joking. Um, speaking of magic and Greg's, is it okay to ask the genie for infinite wishes, Aladdin?
I think
What
so.
is that cheating though? Like, is that being a bad
Yeah, it
person?
is. It's. I suppose it is cheating. You're only allowed 3 wishes.
Yeah. Who wished for infinite wishes? It wasn't it? It was like I don't know. It was some bad bitch. Uh, okay. I don't know about you, Alan. Is Coca-Cola better than Pepsi?
Coca-Cola all day.
Yeah. Is
What
iOS
do you
better than
think?
Androids?
iOS.
Yeah. I mean, who if you use Android, no, same.
I'm about 50 years old.
Get a new phone.
Oh.
Uh, is cheerleading a sport?
Well, we don't have cheerleading in the UK, so.
I've seen cheerleaders. Give me an A, give me a B. Get down on your Sorry.
What?
Uh, let's carry on.
I could just imagine you with your pom poms. Give me an A.
Give me a bit. It's all right. It's all right. Uh, are degrees overrated, Alan? Are university degrees
Yes.
overrated? See, I'm such a firm believer in this, and people go into debt at uni for massive degrees, and they come back and do the same job as I am, or
Go to Macca's. Work.
exactly. Um, And kind of coming off that question, is like school too stressful for people? Like, do you think school can really provide so much stress to people, and then like in the future, like, why did I stress so much?
See, with school, I think it's a stress you don't need because they don't show you the stuff you need in life. They don't show you about mortgages. They don't show you about tax. You know what I mean? How to properly save money and stuff. They
Yeah,
don't show you that.
I never got taught that. Like I never got taught anything like that. Like I've learned so much in the last year, more than anything. Like obviously you get taught about what you want to be taught about, but like honestly, it's just I think school does need a lot changing. I know like even when people in the Netherlands message me, like, especially like Rose Syria, they say like, "I've done like 8 tests this week," and like, why are you doing so many tests? And they get so stressed, and I'm like, it just
Yeah,
makes
why
me
are you
like,
doing so much tests?
it makes me just be like, I feel so sorry for you. Like that's not what school's
Do you have
about. It's not
tests at
about
work? No.
exactly. Um, Kind of come across about that. More students are smartphones making people smarter or dumber? Do you think?
I
Like,
don't.
because I think that you get a lot of knowledge from smartphones, and they do actually like what.
Yeah, I'd say they make you smarter.
Yeah, like I've been in school and I've relied on smartphones a lot. And I think like with research and stuff, especially in college, my last year of college, like this year, I was always using my iPad or using that and like the internet. And it really helped out. Like, I wouldn't be able to do it without it. Like I was doing books and I was just like, really?
Yeah, exactly.
Not
Like,
like AI and stuff. I don't agree with that, but
there's so much you can.
and I do think like I'm a person that I still like reading and stuff, so I'm not always like on my smartphone.
Not attached to it, yeah.
I could. But I'm more of an honest person to be like, yeah, I do play video games, and yeah, I do, and I enjoy that. Like, I don't have an issue with that. Do you know what I mean? Like on
Mm-hmm.
the weekend, I don't sit there at work and be like, oh, I wish I was playing this at home, or like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
I
I do.
never.
I work weekends, but
um,
different story.
do you think though that video games are like harmful to people's health, or do you think like
No, I think
why?
video games itself are harmful. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, like games, like you know, video games are they harmful to people?
I don't know necessarily. I mean, you could get hooked on it, yeah, but it depends what game you're playing.
I also think certain games, but also like, uh, is it commodity? Like, it depends how long you're playing them for. Like, if you're
Yeah,
devoting your whole life to them, it depends on people's moods. Video games. If you're literally like getting pissed off at them and they're ruining your day, or you can't go a day and like you would actually start feeling shit about going outside. Like today, I was playing Overwatch, and then Henry Marie messaged saying, "Do you want to go to Spoons?" I was like, instantly turn off the game. Like, do you know what I mean? I was like, yeah, it's fine. Do you know what I mean? It's
yeah.
like you need that
Well,
balance.
games are not your life at the end of the day. Go out, live your life, go speak to your friends, go meet new people.
Exactly. I do think that like yeah, video games are fun, and I think often times like where I've met people like at work and stuff, and I've gone and added them on like Overwatch or like stuff like that, or like even like with Henry and like you, we play video games. It's obviously it brings people closer.
Of course,
But
yeah.
like if you're playing people from China, who's bringing you closer to? Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? So like yeah, it doesn't improve your association. And I've seen a lot of people like in my old school, like even now I see them and they're just their whole life is devoted to them. And they don't even go outside. They'd rather play Valorant. But yeah, you're right there.
Sorry, I was singing Valerie.
I said Valorant, not
I
Amy
know, but
Winehouse.
Valerie come to my head.
This is going to be your last debate question, Alan, and we will carry on with this in another time, and then it's going to be our
Sorry.
our last would you rather question of the podcast as well. We still need to do that. Um, do you think computers could ever replace people like teachers?
So you mean like robots and stuff?
Yeah,
It's already happening.
exactly. That's what I
It's
said.
already happening. Look at the self-service checkouts.
Literally, what I was about to say, like, where the place I work, there's literally 8 of the tails have been ripped out, and people like Maria are just standing there, like, watching the robots work.
Yeah.
So basically, companies are basically saying, oh, we'll still keep your job, but you just won't have to work on a till, you have to work with the robots. But when are the companies going to turn around in 10 years and be like, actually, we don't need you? Do you know what I
Exactly.
mean? I mean, look at passport control. Half the people's jobs have been wiped out, and the people at passport control just stand there, don't they?
Yeah.
So yeah, I do think that we need to. Where are we going to draw the line and be like, okay, let's just
Enough's
stop now.
enough.
Like it's helpful, but like people need jobs. Like more people come into the world. There's certain places where robots. Oh my god, great.
Like,
Uh,
say they was building cars. Brilliant.
yeah, exactly. But James builds
Turnaround.
cars,
Yeah, but the turnaround's quicker with machines and stuff.
so you could say James is useless.
Well, you said it.
Wow, Jesus,
I
when
was
James,
just thinking
wow.
it.
James, you're not useless.
No,
Keep
we love you,
building your
James.
cars. Don't listen to Alan.
Just go into
Anyway,
cake making instead. You're better than that.
oh, that's lovely, isn't it?
Go and open a shop.
Anyway, Alan, are you ready for the would you rather question of today's episode?
Would you rather segment with Jay and Alan? Sorry.
Oh, anyway. Would you rather live in a cave or live in a treehouse?
In a cave, it's colder.
You already live in a cave, I think, to be honest.
I
Absolutely.
know, I'm bloody roasting.
I think a treehouse in the jungle, like I build in Minecraft, absolutely look at all the parrots and the birds and the chickens and things. Absolutely, I would love to live in a treehouse. And guys, if you're part of our Discord, the would you rather question is open up to you. Let me know. Would you rather live in a cave like Alan, or would you rather live in a treehouse like me? Would you rather? We will stop now. I mean, Alan would stop. I can't.
I
I
think you
can't.
need to add that as a soundboard.
Alan will sadly be here next episode. If you do have any complaints, please DM me.
Please don't file him.
I need this job. I appreciate
Wait,
everyone
you get
joining.
paid?
No.
Oh.
I appreciate every single person coming and listening today. I hope you have an amazing day. I hope you're enjoying your summer. Make sure you're going outside. You're drinking lots of water. And if it's raining for you, you're lucky. And do you have anything else to add to the end of the episode?
Don't forget to download the episode.
Yes. Oh my god, you just read my mind, Alan.
Oh my god.
I was about to say that. Oh, we're so good at our job. Please make sure if you're on,
you can keep our jobs.
if you're on, I have something to add as well after this. If you want to rate the podcast on Spotify or anything like that, please give it 5 stars. Please. And let us know your reviews. Just send them to me on Instagram or Discord, and I will put them up on the social media channels. Send us in your favorite bits, what you want to see on the podcast. Send us in your dilemmas, which we still need to do on this podcast. I forgot about that, Alan.
Dilemmas.
We have 2 dilemmas to read. I literally forgot about that.
Oh dear.
We're going to spitfire them because they're both for me. So you have to listen to me talk for a bit. I'm going to read, this dilemma is from Fox. We love Fox. My dilemma is, why did you start releasing music? I spoke about this before, but the reason why I started releasing music is because I just suddenly felt confident in 2024. I've been making music for a while now just as like a hobby. And I just thought, you know what, I've got like a whole album of songs that start releasing some, and I think music's so freeing. And as soon as I released Haunted, I was like, I can't stop releasing music now. Like the love is crazy. I think Haunted alone's over got 2,500 listens on Spotify alone, so that's just insane. And that's why I released music, because I just had this urge and I felt like it. And I think if you want to release music, you should do it. From Jeff. My dilemma is, how did you start making music? It's basically, they're both about music. How did you start making music? I was in quite a low point in my life, and I just felt like venting about it. So that's why I have a lot of sad songs. But then recently, I've been making a lot more upbeat songs. So in the future, I think I'll make more happy songs. But on my upcoming album that's coming out at some point, in the next couple of months, there are a few sad songs, Alan, to make you cry about your life.
I actually know what one of the songs are, but no.
Yeah, don't cry about it. But yeah, I'm excited. There's also some really fun songs on there as well. So yeah, absolutely get grooving. And in the future, I'm planning on doing like a really like upbeat album, maybe next summer to get people grooving. But yeah, I'm showing my emotions. I'm being vulnerable. I'm being that bitch, Anyways, also the last thing I want to say, thank you so much for sending your dilemmas. If you want to send me dilemmas, send them on the Discord, in the Lightcast channel, or on Instagram, whatever you're listening to. Also, now all episodes are available on my YouTube channel over on Jella_. So if you want to listen to the episodes on YouTube, every single episode, previous and new, are now up on YouTube, which is really exciting. So we are now on YouTube, and you can listen to us there. If you're like, say, if you're playing Overwatch or Fortnite and you want something to listen to, it's on YouTube. So in the future, or you have a favorite episode and you want to go listen to it again, they're all up on YouTube for you to listen to. Make sure you like, and it's all on this channel called Jella_. Anyways, enough talking from me. I appreciate you guys so much.
And
I
have a question for everybody else.
Oh, whoa. Sorry.
Hold the front door.
Hold the front. I was about to pack my bags.
Where do you listen to the podcast? Where do you listen to the podcasts? Let us know.
Yeah, I want to know. Yeah, like I know if a few people listen to them, but I want to know. That's a good question. Well done.
I'm proud of myself.
Yeah.
Do I get a pay rise?
Everyone, wherever you are, if you're on the train, round of applause for Alan. Anyways, guys, I'm actually going to wrap it up here now. I'm sorry for keeping you. You're probably like, oh, finally he's going. And then, oh, finally he's going. But no, I'm going to end it here. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate you. And I hope you had a fun time listening to today's episode. We'll be back in 2 weeks with more Lightcast stuff. And we will see you very soon. Thank you so much for ever listening. I appreciate you so much. Goodbye.
Bye.